Hey, Niners fans, we are back, and the energy is through the roof because it is time to break down the latest happenings with our San Francisco 49ers. The buzz is real after Week 5, and there's a lot to unpack as we look ahead to this Sunday's clash with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I have to say, the comments and feedback from you all after the discussion about the best plays of the season were incredible. Some of the plays you brought up totally flew under my radar, and it was wild to be reminded of just how many unforgettable moments this team has already delivered. It's that kind of interaction that makes covering this team so much fun, and honestly, it gets me even more hyped for what's coming. Now, let's huddle up and talk about Week 6. The Niners are heading into this matchup looking to assert themselves again, and there's always that question about who will be the X factor on any given Sunday. If you think about it, every phase of the game has to click: offense, defense, and special teams. But if I had to put a name out there, the guy I'm watching closely is Bryce Huff. There's a lot of potential for him to really influence the outcome. Tampa Bay's right tackle has been giving up pressures at a rate that makes him one of the league's more vulnerable points. And that's exactly the kind of situation where a player like Huff can step in and make a real impact. Watching Nick Bosa dominate a quarterback in the past gives a hint at what the Niners' defensive line is capable of, and Huff is in a position to add to that story this week. Applying consistent pressure will be essential, especially with Tampa's quarterback ranking high in passing attempts across the league. They're throwing a lot, and the Niners' pass rush is going to have to be sharp to make a difference. The conversation around pressure doesn't stop there. The numbers are staggering when you break them down. Even with a run-first system, the Niners have climbed to the top in pass attempts through Week 5. That speaks volumes about the evolution of this offense and the adaptability of Kyle Shanahan's scheme. But while the offense is generating attention, the defense has been creating headlines of its own. Alfred Collins' recent forced fumble has become the talk of both social media and the locker room, and it's easy to see why. For a rookie with a slow start, his timing and execution in a high-pressure moment were nothing short of spectacular. Splitting a double team near the goal line and delivering a violent punch-out is the kind of play that will be studied for years in coaching sessions. It's the kind of effort that doesn't just stop a play, it sends a message about the identity of this team and the culture that John Lynch and the coaching staff are building. Collins' performance has been hailed by some of the most respected figures in the league, and it's remarkable to see such praise for a player who missed much of the offseason program and entered training camp behind the curve. This moment isn't just a highlight. It's a statement about resilience, preparation, and the ability to rise in critical moments. That kind of individual effort, paired with the team's collective strength, is what makes watching the Niners so compelling this season. The combination of young talent stepping up and veteran guidance has created an environment where big plays like Collins aren't just lucky, they're expected. This balance between experience and youth is something that's increasingly defining the team's identity and pushing them toward the top of the league standings. Speaking of young talent, the return of key players to practice is giving fans a lot to be excited about. Seeing Alfred Collins back on the field is huge, but so is the reemergence of players like Jawan Jennings. His heart, work ethic, and game-changing mentality were evident last season, and having him back in the mix adds a layer of confidence heading into this week. Injuries have certainly tested the depth of this roster, but the way players are stepping up and the timing of their returns is giving the team a boost just when they need it. Every practice, every drill, every snap is contributing to the readiness of this squad, and the energy around the facility is palpable. Then there's the quarterback situation, which has been a roller coaster. Seeing Jones in limited action during practice raised a few eyebrows, but the context is important. Managing workload, especially with so many passing reps already logged, is crucial. There's cautious optimism that he'll be ready to go for Sunday, but watching him in drills, particularly with the quarterback coach stepping in for some reps, reminds everyone just how high the stakes are. The Niners have weathered injuries before, and this is another example of a team navigating challenges while keeping their eyes on the prize. The resilience shown by both the players and the coaching staff is a testament to the culture they've built. On the defensive side, Malik Mustafa's presence in drills has been electrifying. You can feel his eagerness and energy, and it's the kind of spark that pushes the entire unit to a higher level. Alongside solid contributions from Brown and others, the defensive backs are positioning themselves to make big plays when it counts. The mix of young talent and established players creates a dynamic that can overwhelm opponents if executed correctly. It's the anticipation of these moments, the sacks, the coverage turnovers, the game-changing hits, that keeps fans on the edge of their seats. And as the Niners prepare to face the Buccaneers again, the narrative is set for another showdown that could have playoff implications down the line. 3 days out, the focus is razor-sharp. The combination of emerging stars, returning veterans, and strategic preparation has the team firing on multiple cylinders. Whether it's Bryce Huff applying pressure, Alfred Collins delivering highlight reel plays, or Malik Mustafa commanding the secondary, every player has a role to play in shaping the outcome. The injuries, while challenging, are being managed with precision, and the integration of new contributors keeps the team's momentum alive. The Niners are not just reacting, they're anticipating, adjusting, and asserting themselves. And let's not forget the mentality of this team. Beyond the numbers, the plays, and the drills, there's a spirit that has been cultivated over years of hard work and leadership. Players like Juwan Jennings embody it. Their focus, their preparation, and their willingness to rise to the occasion define the narrative of the season. Each practice, each rep, each film session is building toward a Sunday showdown that promises intensity, strategy, and unforgettable moments. Fans watching at home or in the stadium are not just witnessing football. They're witnessing a culture in motion, a team asserting itself with every decision, every play, and every moment of effort on the field. As we move deeper into the week, the focus on preparation has never been sharper. The quarterback situation remains a storyline that demands attention, especially with Jones. Seeing him in limited reps during practice raised a few concerns, but there's a sense that the coaching staff is managing him carefully to ensure he's fresh and ready for Sunday. It's a delicate balance. He needs to get enough work to stay sharp, but overexertion could risk his availability. The fact that he's participating, even partially, speaks to his warrior mentality and determination to lead this team. Every fan knows the quarterback position is pivotal, and the Niners' approach reflects both caution and confidence. Watching Jones save throws while still engaged in drills shows discipline, focus, and an understanding of his role in the bigger picture. On the offensive side, the injuries are still a factor, but the emergence of players like Juwan Jennings provides reassurance. His presence on the field brings more than just skill. It brings leadership, intensity, and a mentality that can influence everyone around him. Last season, he proved time and again that he can step up in high-pressure situations, and having him back is a huge boost for a team navigating injuries and lineup shifts. The combination of veterans returning and young players stepping up creates a synergy that strengthens the offense and sets the stage for explosive plays. Kendrick Bourne and MVS are key components in this equation, and their contributions, alongside Jennings, will be vital in stretching defenses and opening opportunities for the quarterback to operate effectively. Meanwhile, the defensive side continues to impress and evolve. Malik Mustafa's return to drills has electrified the secondary. His anticipation, speed, and instinctive playmaking raise the ceiling for the defensive backs around him. Brown, Jason Pinnock, and Maris Eagle have done solid work in his absence, but Mustafa's presence amplifies everything the unit can do. Watching him fly around the field in practice, anticipating routes, and making plays demonstrates why he's such a critical piece of the puzzle. It's the kind of energy that spreads across the team, pushing everyone to elevate their game. The synergy between defensive linemen like Bryce Huff and interior disruptors like Alfred Collins shows a unit that's cohesive, hungry, and fully capable of altering the trajectory of a game. Alfred Collins continues to be a beacon of what's possible with focus, preparation, and raw talent. The young defensive tackle has already made an impression that transcends typical rookie expectations. His ability to split double teams, reach the quarterback, and create turnovers in critical moments highlights his understanding of timing, positioning, and game awareness. Watching his development has been fascinating because it's not just physical skill, it's mental acuity, determination, and the ability to rise in high-pressure situations. These moments become part of the team's identity, shaping how opponents perceive the Niners and how teammates trust each other on the field. The ripple effect of his plays extends far beyond the stat sheet. It's a cultural impact, a signal that this defense is not just competent but dominant when it matters most. Beyond individual performances, the Niners' approach to practice is methodical and intentional. Every drill, every rep, and every adjustment is designed to prepare for Tampa Bay's specific tendencies. The coaching staff has a clear vision of what they want to accomplish, and the execution by the players reflects that preparation. From the timing of the quarterback's throws to the defensive rotations and coverage schemes, everything is calculated to maximize the team's strengths and exploit opponent weaknesses. Watching the players embrace this process, from rookies making their mark to veterans leading by example, illustrates a culture built on accountability, preparation, and relentless pursuit of excellence. The interplay between experience and youth is a recurring theme this season. Veterans provide stability, guidance, and knowledge, while younger players inject energy, unpredictability, and fearlessness. This balance is what allows the team to overcome injuries, adapt to different game situations, and maintain a high level of performance even when a roster isn't at full strength. It's a dynamic that keeps opponents guessing and makes the Niners a tough matchup week after week. The energy in practice, the intensity of drills, and the drive to perfect every assignment are all reflections of a team that knows what's at stake and is committed to rising to the challenge. Looking ahead to Sunday, anticipation is building. The matchup with Tampa Bay is more than just a game. It's a statement opportunity. For Bryce Huff, it's a chance to impact the pocket and make the quarterback uncomfortable. For Alfred Collins, it's another moment to show the league what he's capable of under pressure. For Malik Mustafa, it's a chance to set the tone in the secondary and demonstrate the depth and talent of the defensive backfield. Each player has a role, and how they execute collectively will define the game. This is the stage where preparation meets opportunity, and the Niners are poised to make a significant statement about their capabilities and intentions for the rest of the season. The energy surrounding the team isn't just about individual highlights. It's about momentum. Every player stepping up, every injured teammate returning, every strategic adjustment contributes to a sense of inevitability about this team's trajectory. Watching the Niners operate in practice, seeing the focus and intensity, it's clear that this is a group committed to excellence. The combination of veteran leadership, emerging stars, and meticulous preparation creates a formula that is difficult for opponents to counter. The narrative of the season is being written in real time, and every moment on the practice field is a paragraph. Every play is sentence, building toward a story of dominance, resilience, and championship-caliber performance. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In what could be the most shocking shakeup of the offseason, whispers are swirling that elite cornerback Sauce Gardner has chosen the San Francisco 49ers, a move that could instantly elevate the team's secondary to one of the most feared units in the NFL. The rumor mill has been spinning ever since insiders hinted that Gardner, one of the most coveted defensive talents in recent memory, was weighing multiple suitors, including perennial contenders and high-profile franchises with glaring holes in their backfield. The news, still unofficial, has ignited feverish speculation among fans and analysts alike. Imagine a 49ers defense already stacked with ferocious pass rushers now bolstered by a lockdown corner capable of shadowing the league's top receivers. The thought alone sends chills down the spine of quarterbacks across the NFC. Sources close to the situation suggest that Gardner's decision wasn't purely financial. It was strategic. The 49ers coaching staff, renowned for maximizing defensive talent, apparently convinced Gardner that San Francisco could be the ideal platform for him to dominate, mentor younger players, and cement his legacy as one of the premier corners in football history. The buzz around Gardner has taken on a life of its own, with social media feeds exploding and betting lines shifting overnight. Could this be the spark the 49ers need to transform their already formidable defense into an elite, nearly impenetrable fortress? Some pundits are already drawing comparisons to historic secondary units, claiming that pairing Gardner with San Francisco's existing defensive backs could produce a combination of speed, instincts, and coverage skills that is virtually unmatched. While the deal remains under wraps, the rumor has energized fans who have long awaited a signature move to solidify the 49ers' championship aspirations. If true, this would not just be a free agent signing. It could mark a turning point in the NFC West hierarchy, sending a clear message that San Francisco is serious about asserting dominance not only on the ground but through the air. For now, the chatter continues, the speculation grows, and the football world waits with bated breath for confirmation. One thing seems certain. If Sauce Gardner does indeed don the gold and red, the 49ers secondary may have officially entered the elite stratosphere. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.